Go.
Whatever. Where's our son? Oh, over here.
Okay, son, go.
All right.
All right, of us.
Don't kill me.
Zombie!
Hey.
Yeah.
Prospect, come here.
I'm sorry. ¿Verdad que sí?
On a restaurant, you say, okay, you have meat? Yes, you have meat. Okay, I call you back. You don't call back, then you don't have a reservation, innit?
Exactly.
Right.
You're gonna put me on Facebook?
For good? No, I won't. It would only be good. But say, what would you tell him again?
He is the king of Facebook, so trust me. It'll be good.
Stop!
You put out
You
good
have to
stuff.
pay me! Police office, and now that's the new, half of the building is mine with all my tickets.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and Bruges police is, oh, they're bored.
They have nothing to do.
They have nothing.
My brother and my sisters children business. My dad passed away. So
If you want-
Isabel
Yes.
is my brother's wife.
Ah, I got it.
When we come back, I'll let you know.
Okay, I write it down. Clever one, I think. Never
Where's
saw.
that? Did he pass that?
No,
I show
well,
you. I show you.
Yeah, chocolate hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder who.
The young kid back there loves chocolate.
Who doesn't?
Exactly.
Avoid the market square. Some places are tourist traps. Go a little bit further.
Okay.
Because we're famous for our food. I want you to have good quality. To the right, one of the main shopping streets. Straight ahead, market square. So you're gonna have meeting point space and park over there.
Okay.
Alright?
Well, she's here.
So the big market is behind. In that little street. Okay. 28 meters.
Hey, Jay. Hey, Jay.
What time is it? At 10.
JC. Oh, your poop.
Wait.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, you don't like standing in my right to the
I want to see umbrella that can do everybody. That way Henry can be in.
You gotta do it slowly. Right?
Take a picture of you and Abuelita.
Okay.
Look behind you, Mia.
I will.
It's like a lucky dog.
Yellow people.
Okay.
It's very. I was laughing because that little thing.
I did do it.
Oh my gosh, esa chibola, José.
It has a seat in there already.
Yes.
Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yes, it does. Of course it does.
You can throw things at me, but I prefer iPhone. I also have an umbrella to protect myself, so be careful. First of all, I'm also a historian. The purpose of my tour is also to sneak in some kind of buildings here to give you a little bit more of an experience. Inside the building, because we are such a big group, it will be very difficult to explain and to shout. Go back into history. We have the Normans, which used the name Bridgia. Bridgia means the bridge to the harbor, as simple as that. In our language, brugge means a bridge. Now, Big Venice didn't like the idea that we would be called Big Venice of the North, because we always had a big concurrence going on here. So with all the climate changes, we will be the only Big Venice. The hour, and it was used by the local organizations also as an overcovered market. But later on, I will explain you a little bit more. Also about the tower, we have a similar situation like in Italy. At the left side, it's bending or leaning to the left side 84 centimeters, and it's moving every year a little bit more. Normally, every house in the Middle Ages had this kind of sculptures on top of their houses. You have to know that we didn't have any street names or house numbers until we had the Napoleon conquering this region. So these were the house numbers to recognize for the postman. Of course, not, we didn't have watches, of course, in the Middle Ages. This was used to calculate the time by the sun. Next to it, you will see a golden flag, and the golden flag was used to show from which direction the wind was coming, so ships should know how to enter the town and how to give nicknames to our kings and our dukes. I know we have children, so we'll adapt a little bit my language of the nicknames. But in that house, we held in captivity Maximilian the Naughty One. He was from the house of the Habsburgers. You learn the triggers of the city and also take inside buildings. Bruges has been the capital town of Flanders until we became created, and I call it the monkey country, which is called Belgium. So we were first the capital town until 1830 from Flanders. Now it's Brussels. Now, if you look very well at the purple line, you will see a golden crown, a golden necklace and a golden cross. This is a resembling to our first kings. You have to know that our first king from Flanders came from Bruges, and they were kept a little disputed by the Catholics and also by the landlords. You have to know that in the Middle Ages, because of the people fighting and building these kind of buildings, is a farmer. Now this is one of the oldest sculptures we have in Bruges. It's from 1290. Something else that behind us you will see the tower. Now we are hearing the machine playing, so it's not yet the musician this morning. Now if you look underneath the clock, you will see two twin windows with a little flower on top of it, without windows inside. This is what we call the early Gothic style. To keep it very simple, in Belgium we have 3 different kinds of styles. We also give it the names of city. I don't like to mention this one, but we call it the Ghent Gothic. There. And I can explain to the beginning of here, we had the carpets over here, but also the lace of Bruges. We're very known for it. Now, how do they make it? We're a big group, so I don't know if everybody will be able to see it, but they always use it in 2 pairs, and they make a kind of a pattern. Never put the whole bottle into your glass, and it has a certain reason, because underneath the bottle you have a kind of a sediment, and it's like a detox, and you would go to the toilet enormously. You have to be careful. When I was a job student and I had really annoying customers, I had a big smile because I sold them 3 or 4 Abbey beers and I put them all over the place, knowing that they would have problems. If you want to do some good beer tasting here in Bruges, you can go to the local breweries. Of course, they will only offer their own beers, but they are very good beers. About if you like sour, if you like sweet beers. You're very up. So you have 2 versions of St. Nicholas. The lady next to it is called the Watcher. She was used to watch over the street. Normally she had a candle in her mouth. The one which is placed over there is not the real one. It's impossible, that one. There's a more inside one. We'll keep on going and we'll Bruges. We have a special logo given by the city and also by the best chocolate makers of Bruges. This is a logo, it's a cacao nut. You will see it coming, passing by on a lot of shops. This is a guarantee label that the chocolate is homemade, it's fresh made, and it has, you're for sure not ripped off. So this is a guarantee label which you will see here. Yeah, you're pointing it the right direction. It's like a sugar attack on your system. Inside you have like a kind of a liquid. It's really local, and we call it the neuzen, from the noses, translated. We ate a lot of them.
Tommy, tienes como una foto mezclado.
Ya le veo.
Now, it's an explosion of flavors in your mouth. Now, the biggest problem is you will not see a logo here, so the guy doesn't need it. Also, you have to ask to translate what's inside. The big problem is he's so known that
In un Land Rover, just in hand.
if you look to the left side above the shoe shop, you will also see the faces appearing in the building. Now you have to know, so we asked the architects to reshape the faces of the families who were living at that time in the building. So these are the ancestors of the houses at that time, because it would be very stupid hanging out paintings till then. So it also tells you a little bit more about the family. The ones below are the ones who are still alive. The one on top of them were the ones who were already dead. So here we have a son, a mother and a daughter. The daughter has more girls. Then we have the grandparents and the grand-granddad. So we know that this was a pretty old family. But we are missing the husband of the wife. Used the last remains of the Roman chapel to rebuild it to a church because the population
Catedral de San Salvador.
Later on it became a cathedral. Everybody knows the difference between a cathedral and a church?
Y ahora les explico.
Cathedral is normally ceremonies are done by a bishop, and in ordinary church by an ordinary priest. So it took about 300 years to build this building. So we have 3 different styles of Gothic here. So if you look at the tower, you will see windows without windows inside. So this is what we call the early Gothic time. To the right and to the left, you will see that the windows are growing. Also the flowers are a little bit growing, and there are windows inside. This is what we call the middle Gothic time. And in front of us, you will see that the windows are huge, the flowers are much more decorated on top of it, and also the windows are decorated. This is what we call the late Gothic time. Now the reason why showing that we didn't like the time or liked it very much, like the Bosch, I don't know if you know him, he made it for the church the last Judgment Day. He even put it, I don't know if you know this, but bishops and priests were allowed to marry until 1600s, and then we had Reformation of the church. So he painted the bishop who was married. The bishop was naked, sitting on the same table, and you will see underneath the skirt of the woman you have the lover. And, something else, it's like the guy, he was on LSD or something, some drugs. If you look at his paintings, he inspired even Dali, Picasso. All the biggest painters around the world were inspired by Jeroen Bosch. If you have the time, please look at the painting. It's a big discovery. You will discover a lot of things about Catholics. We will go inside.
Weet mij nog even te luisteren wat jullie dit jaar allemaal doen.
Ik vond de allereerste dag van het schooljaar het leukste. Ik vond het leuk en plezant. Ik vond het leren leven superleuk.
Like aliens.
Ik vond het superleuk. Ik vond de muzische dagen superleuk.
Their chairs on top of these gravestones of the rich people. At a certain point, the smell was so disgusting, and they were sitting in the smell of the rich people. And that's why we have the expression until the day of today, stinky rich, because the poor people had to sit in the smell of the rich people. To give you a little idea about, because normally there is sun, and we don't have sun anymore in this tower. We have to be careful because this is also the route of the buses. The national instrument of the Scottish people in 1300 just here in Bruges. So the Scottish, they just improved the instrument. So they were not the inventors. It's like the Italians, they are claiming that they are the inventors of the pasta. It's not really true, it's coming from the Chinese. A lot of people don't know this, but it's coming from the Chinese. So, handle your you're looking, but if you zoom in with your camera, you will see these are all little paintings in the middle. So these are quite unique. In winter time, of course, they have a totally different visuality approach. Then they put all the lights inside, but it's a beautiful thing. So, this is lovely. So, but if you look at this building, we know there was a very rich family living in this building. How do we know this? First of all, at the right side, you will see a saint protecting the house, Saint Joseph. So only rich people were allowed to use saints to protect their houses. You will see a lot of Maria statues in Bruges. The reason why is because she was the saint of Bruges. That's why you see a lot of Maria statues everywhere, even in the belfry. In a kind of a way, a stupid family, because they wanted to pay a lot of taxes, is on the amount of windows. Only in the UK we had a similar situation, which was called the window tax. So you had to pay for the amount of your windows at the street side. Neighbors are having a much more bigger house, are much more richer. So the only way avoiding paying their taxes as a good rich guy, until the day of today the rich people do it, they shut down their windows. So that's how they avoid to pay their taxes. So what happened? Everybody thinks that the plague is coming from the hygienic reasons or how the people lived in the Middle Ages. Now, it's not really true. It's a present from the Mongols in a kind of a way. What happens? The Mongol Empire was a really huge empire during the Middle Ages, and they tried to conquer Europe, city by city. But these were the first population who ever suffered from the plague. So what happened? When they arrived at Europe, and look at the dates when the Mongols arrived in Europe, they always were impossible to take in a city. So what happened? Because they lost half of their troops. So they used the dead bodies of their own troops and they shot them over the city walls, knowing that half of the population would die because they couldn't conquer it. It was spread, of course, by the rats and by the ships, but it's thanks to the Mongols that we have the plague in this. You will see the same flag, only difference, red claws and a red tongue. This is a Belgian nationalist. A real Flemish person would burn this flag, as simple as that. The reason why we have three colors in our flag is not because we have a German part, it's stupid. And we were not allowed to go to school, even in our own language. It was very difficult for the Flemish people. It took until 1960 before we even were allowed to go to university in our own language. Because he made it possible that all the breweries had to buy the gluten from him, otherwise they had to pay a tax. Then later on, after achieving that, he made it possible that all the breweries had to pay on the amount producing of beers. So he became bloody rich in the Middle Ages. Michelangelo, I don't know if you know this, but Michelangelo, he never left Italy during his lifetime, and none of his work ever left Italy. Only one place in the world had a sculpture of Michelangelo, and it was Bruges because of the gluten guy. Yes. Now, I don't know if you know this, that Michelangelo had a lot of problems with the Pope. Because he didn't cover the genitals of the angels, so the Pope didn't like that idea. So it was a big problem. The reformation of the church was going on, and he was also gay. The genitals of Jesus were not allowed to go. So what happened? They waited 1 year to show it to the public because they say that the sign was too big. Decide yourself. Now what happened in the Second World War? It was stolen by the Germans. So everybody knows the movie Inglourious Bastards. So it was not Brad Pitt, of course, and Matt Damon who brought it back. But thank you, Americans. We have a big delegation, so thank you very much. It's because of you, the Monument Rescue team, that we have it back here in Bruges. So thank you very much. Inside the museum, you will only see the Michelangelo sculpture over there. We also have two coffins. And the people on this side, you can look at these three panels. People looking at the other side, you can look at this panel. Now, if you look at this panel, first explain this one, and explain the other one. So if you look very well, you have the Madonna and the Child in the middle. So this is Tampere painted, so the yellow part of the egg. Means that the third part is a row on top of it. So they are reflecting the Pope was starting to be really afraid. Now, the third organ inside was bombastic, was enormous, overwhelming. So this is a typical Baroque painting. How do we know this? Fat people, fat angels, and a typical way of painting. We call it the diagonal and the pyramid shape. Now, the diagonal that we have over here, we have the first one, the figures like this. Everybody can see it a little bit, a little bit of imagination. So here we have figures, and then the other diagonal goes like this. And here we have Johannes praying to Maria, Jesus, and God. Here we have a flipped over, already turned over, flipped over, also flipped over, but turned over. Pyramid shape with the most important people, where you have the fat angels, Maria, Jesus, and God. Now, this is typical Baroque. It's one of the students of Peter Paul Rubens. I don't know if you know the guy, he was pretty famous. So these are the basic rules of a Baroque painting. If you look at the one over there, you will see that the African king is almost in top of the pyramid shape, his head. So if you have a little bit of imagination again, if this is the pyramid shape, and you put it in that direction, you will see that the African king is almost in the top of the pyramid, the most important people inside. We have Americans, so I can use this. They were sending their daughters over here. If they had 7 children, it was almost impossible to pay for all the girls to pay for their marriage. And to give them...
Long Beach. Max is up ahead. Revive. Bushwalk. It's okay. Delicious.
Ice cream.
Honey, beer tasting.
Mira, beer. Mira.
It's all free. Beer tasting.
Beer galore. Wow. Chocolate galore.
I can show you, this is the backside. Normally you have to take a boat to see these locations. It's called the Bridge of Love because everybody has to walk like this on it. It's also said if you walk alone and you pass by a lady and you have eye contact that you have love at first sight. I don't know. I didn't met my wife from Bruges. I didn't met her here, so I don't know. But okay. So this is the Bridge of Love.
Yes, it could have been this one.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this one looks like €10.
Because in this building, because of all the meat, they preserved all the meat over there. They didn't have preserved it that we have these days, so the meat was rotten, it was stinky. In front of us, we had the fish market going on. It's like going to Asia in the morning. It's good quality of fish. In the afternoon, they have to put out the flies all the time. At the end of the day, it's so smelly, so we had the cutting of the meat, so they still had the skin. So they were the leather makers over here, or the talent makers. So they cooked it, and quite often it was a combination of urine and water. So again, nice smell going on. Then they took it out, then they made it more soft. You really don't need a historian to explain it. If you look very well, you will see the peeling of the last remains of the fat or this one of the oldest places of Bruges. In front of us, we have the Basilica of the Holy Blood of Jesus Christ. I don't want to disappoint people again, but it's happened. It said that when it came to Bruges, it was crystallized, and then suddenly every Friday at 6 o'clock it became the Equinox House of Bruges. The whole period. In fact, that's the oldest part. You will see it standing there again. You will see the bread makers over there, the scissor makers, so the clothes makers, and the booth makers, and so on. So all the decor up to the prison, as simple as that. Of Bruges, if you walk a little bit in front of there, you will discover something else. Dukes or kings that we had in Bruges. So this is our Odin, who is holding Odin with the iron arm. I was talking at the beginning of the story. So he's the cause of the beginning of Flanders because of that. Because the lion is looked as because people went already to Africa because they had to fight with the Saints. You know, the Catholics went to Jerusalem to have big fights with the Muslims. So while they were passing Africa, they saw this special animal. This animal was a lion is never afraid of anybody. Also, in every kind of religion, it's looked as a very strong animal because he can survive on his own. About almost 100 years to finish it. Oh, yeah. Because this is built in 1400, but it was almost 100 years. Yeah. Because we didn't have a lot of stones. So it was really difficult to shape these ones or to create this one. So this is a real heavy stone. So. Another question? Everybody stands against the wall so I can take a nice picture. No. Good.
Oh, and I'm just going to go.
Chicas, porque para acá sí esta línea, porque yo paso todos los bafos para allá.
Ok, perfecto.
What are you getting?
Very intense waiting for the Belgian waffle.
Whoa!
Many secrets. Take a picture.
You don't want a picture? Tan caliente que hay que esperar.
This is the icy waffle from Belgium.
Tiana, debe probarlo.
Can I try a little piece? A little. Look, I got it.
How do you like it? Is it delicious? The best ever?
Yes.
So, better than the one you had in Miami?
The best one ever.
Ever.
Ever in the world.
Yes.
Bueno, you had it here.
Mira el otro, mira. Estas son las casualties of the Belgian waffle.
It's a Belgian tint. I'm tinting my hair.
You could have left it brown. So now you can shake that shit off.
Yes, hold on.
Can I have a strawberry?
Yes, hold on. I don't want you to grab it.
Wait, can I try it first?
Wait.
No,
You're gonna have your own. Just for
Can I
now.
have a strawberry, please?
Yes. Can you...
You want this? Your face. Tírale una foto. You want this or I throw it away? That's ice cream.
It's okay. But what is all that? What is all that?
She's a mess, huh?
Yes.
Why?
A lot. Well, because there's some parts here, there's some parts here, there's some parts here. What is that?
I don't know. Ask him. Ask him.
What is that? No, not that. What? Why are you so...
Tessa, come here.
Explainable.
It is. It's a mystery.
Eat it.
Oye, ¿eso por qué tan sencilla el waffle?
That's what they wanted.
Oh, really? Wow,
Yeah.
that's a big one. That's a big one. A big mama.
Tírate. Tessa, Tiana,
Hold it?
here, take it.
No. Oh, yeah.
Get together, guys. Get together. Johnny, you bring your coffee. Wait.
Wait, tell me, one more.
No.
Hang on.
Like it?
Mira, a ver a eso. Hold on.
Pero, no, still I have my two sisters, they stayed. So if they would have come, we would have been 34, 36.
I got your ornaments from and our tree is
You're doing it? Nice videoing. Hey! I'm still doing.
You can get in front.
Yesterday.
Get in front of her and say something.
I'm from Cuba. I love pancakes.
You love Cuba, you say?
Then I'm from.
Oh, you're from Cuba.
From Cuba.
He's in Cuba.
Hay chocolate. ¿Quieres entrar? Escógelo tú.
Pero para quién es?
¿Para ti?
No, yo no quiero. Uy, ya me comí el...
Pero si lo quieres llevar, tienen chocolate.
So our abuela, I'm taller than you.
Don't trade it for anything.
for aging. You want to know? I got you. You want to know?
Are you getting chocolate?
Which kind?
A lot.
I know, but the name of the place.
That was a wine one.
Was it good? Did you eat them yet, or are you gonna give me some?
I had one. It was like a wine one. It tasted like vinegar. The one was great. But the guy ruined it and he said it was only for 16. I was like, no, no, no. It's not for 16. I almost killed
Right away.
I
actually really have to do not touch anything.
Fake it.
Actually, really. No. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
AJ, if he touches the floor.
I just said that's me. I went on the other side.
I didn't step on it, Mom. I didn't step on it.
Mama, what did you get? A latte. Here.
Well, Scotland, your granny will tell you, you go anywhere, put a bit of tartan on your luggage, so you don't lose it. You're now my luggage. I am not losing any of you. We're going to Blackness Castle. Now, right, wait a minute. Who's seen Outlander? Anybody seen Outlander?
Yes.
How do you pronounce
Yes.
Outlander.
Outlander.
So everybody's seen at least one season of Outlander.
Yes.
Two seasons. Three.
Some haven't.
Right.
Only one.
Who's not seen Outlander? Who's never seen Outlander? Who doesn't care about Outlander? Get off my bus! Outlander tour, get off! Right, the first bit we're going to go to 5. We'll be stopping for whiskey. Yeah. For the adults. Don't get watching you. We've got Iron Brew for the kids. We've got shortbread. If anybody needs any water. Biscuit. Shortbread. Galleta. I don't know what that is, but yeah. Right. We'll do that as well. This is Paul, the driver. Alright. If you need to stop. Tough.
Stop the bus, I need the wee.
Stop for the toilet.
We think.
Location and we're leaving. Rather than me walking about looking for everybody, I'll just go, Jacobites, assemble! At that point, you then shout, Filthy! Filthy!
What is that?
That's it. That's Gaelic for welcome.
Filthy.
Because Gaelic, being Scottish, Gaelic people don't have a word for yes or no. I don't know why. So we say filthy, that's... We're going to go over into Fife and we're going to start the day at Blackness Castle. Home of Black Jack Randall.
When we got to Amsterdam,
Yep.
and we were wearing these shirts.
What about if we behave good?
point today, we'll see a wild haggis
Wild haggis.
Wild.
running about the field. If you see one, draw it, show me it. And if it's right, you get a prize.
You gotta
Yeah, so
What
you
is
gotta
it?
figure out what it is.
Wild
Is it that? Is it that?
No, that's the Loch Ness.
No,
That's the
No,
Loch
that
Ness.
little thing.
you'll know it when you see it. It looks really strange. From one end to the other end.
And then we
You have to
start
come
again.
back and start again. Only in Scotland. Take a year to paint it right. Gosh, paint. Takes a whole year.
Oh my god, look at that flower. They're all flowers.
No, it says Calgary.
That tends to be a national trust and stuff. They can't put stuff up in them and big teeth.
Oh my.
What does it look like? AJ, what does the monster look like?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I never saw the picture. I wish I did.
Oh,
I'd have to leave in the car. Wish I did.
Fort William. Okay.
When are we gonna see it?
see what?
The monster.
What, the haggis? Haggis is not a monster.
It's an animal.
It's only aggressive if you corner it and you try poking it in the eye. Don't
Poke it.
Don't poke it.
Poke it with that.
No, you can't poke it with that. Don't poke the haggis because it'll bite you. Big teeth.
What, can you die with it?
Oh yeah. Poison.
What does it look like again?
It's about that big and it's got big feet at the back and little arms at the front.
Oh, I'm
It's got
done
arms
right
like,
now.
it's got arms like a
I
tyrannosaurus.
don't know. Ask him.
And it's
Ask
got
him.
big legs like a rabbit.
Does it look like this?
That's a Highland coo.
Yeah.
That's a cow.
A cow.
That's a Highland cow.
What is this?
That's the Loch Ness monster.
The Loch Ness.
Yeah.
You'll see that tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Sunday. When you go up to Invergordon. But it's on its holidays.
I'm sure.
You should stretch.
What's that? What's that? What's that for you to get back and
It's
go?
for the cruise.
No, it's
No,
for like
it's
when
to
you
know
get
your
lost,
station.
it can know your station.
To know your muster station.
See if you don't
on a
behave,
cruise.
I'm going to cut that off you and I'm going to keep it. And yours, and yours.
Whoa.
I'm telling you, I'll cut them off.
Then you almost hit all three of us. No.
Don't make me use this back.
Scotland people are good at using weapons.
Leaving here at 10:30. So if any of the adults want to get the phone out, set an alarm for 25 past so you're back here in plenty of time. That way we don't have to go looking for anybody.
Okay.
But as you go in and as you climb up and as you see the castle from a height, you'll see that it's the shape of a boat. Right, this is one.
He's right here.
Right, so she's been held by Blackjack in Fort William. This is the castle that she was held in. Now, Jamie comes to rescue her.
Hay niños aquí, ¿ok?
¿Y tú?
Henry me ha dicho todas las partes sexuales de esta película, voy a verla ahora.
Oh my God, tú no la viste.
Hay una parte, Adrián. Adrián, hay una parte.
Right,
Después te
so
explico.
obviously when they made Outlander, they used this. They had to bring all the cameras and all the props and everything else in. They had to use a crane to lift it over the steps going up to it. This would have been stables, and then when they used it in the show, they covered it with sand and made it authentic with straw and horse manure and stuff. It was a wall and escape. So if you were in there, you had a bit of money, a bit of power, there's no point trying to escape because it was pretty impossible anyway. And you had a pretty easy life compared to where the dungeons are over there. Because where that is, the other side of that wall is the river. Right? It's all real.
They still have people in there.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Little cheeky people.
the Outlander thing is fake.
No, it's all real. Do you think you're living in a dream? You're going to wake up and
He's going to be like a newscaster. He's going to ask about everything.
Bobby Ewan's going to come out the shower. You don't even know who that is.
But they're
Right, if you look behind you,
The CNN.
When
Do it like nothing, bro. Nothing.
What happened to Limbo?
Tracy.
This is terrible. This is only where they...
So the commander in charge would have eaten his meals in here, he would have entertained people in here, he would have had a table.
¿Y la escalera es original?
Sunday we're on here.
My friends.
No, you got up to the garden.
Oh, okay.
Gavin will meet you up there.
Oh, okay.
Who's gonna tour us tomorrow?
Gonna be with us all.
No, director shouted cut. Because if you jumped off of that, they would have been paralysed. So we'll take a walk along that way up to the end.
How would we
And
get
we'll
up
see
here? No.
how are we going to get up there?
The ocean comes out.
It's not on, Mom.
The ocean, look at the ocean.
It's a dead duck.
And you really wanted
I'm in
to.
shock, actually. Te digo que estoy súper.
Because the tide might come in and you may, the crabs come in and eat you.
Hold on. The show. So they never used that window, and he stops there. The next time you see him, he's busting in through the window's a lot bigger, and he's into the room with Black Jack got a hold of Claire. So that's the wall that he abseiled off. So when the next time you watch it, you can go, pause, that's not right, because that's not the wall, and that's not that. Because I've been there, that's it. Smells good.
Yeah, you're not the ones that take the phone. Oh, you're right.
He's trying to blackmail Jamie.
Right.
That's the bit they used. So he was up there, Jamie was down here,
What's down here? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember.
and his brother-in-law behind him was this.
Oh my
That's the valley, bro.
Mira, este tiene que salir con sus historias ahí, bro.
When we get up here,
Adrián, qué buena eso. El tipo le metió ahí duro, no rollo.
stay away from the house. It's a private house.
Bueno, los pastores no vienen aquí.
Battle with, or the house that Lord Sandringham was living in. That's where they used that. But it was deemed as too big and too grand. So what they done, they filmed it, CGI a third of it off, cut that and then stuck it back on. So the actual building that you see in real life is a lot bigger. CGI again, because look. It's all there. You can go up the steps, you can look in the doors. You can't get in the building because it's held up with iron girders. It is a relic, a ruin.
There's some writing on that.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's the guy that lives here. That's the Homeowner's report. Everybody else can use the main door.
Alright, I'm gonna...
I want to read that thing.
You don't know what that means?
Go down.
No parking. I'm stepping on my feet.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to wait for them.
Don't go in there all day.
And no, eat your head off.
Pretty savage.
No, eat his butt.
He's like, I don't want him to
Vicious. He's a wolf.
Va a perder la mitad de la gente.
I know.
We've got insect repellent if anybody wants it. No? Right. They gave him the keys. That differential is this. Right. No, he's not that. He's got like a photographic studio. He takes pictures, sells them in his gallery. That's what happens when you're a professional bus driver. See?
Viene para acá con caras alegres.
Tenemos hambre. Tenemos mucha hambre.
Viene
Mira.
para acá, Johnny. Dame. Viene para acá.
Tracy, look at that.
Hey, I made it on the cruise.
It was really fun.
Was that fun?
We went last time or yesterday.
So all we need now is some. From the Falkland.
I heard that they're playing it now.
That's why they're here.
Weather, and then we have.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know.
Are you liking it? Eh?
Este ya regresó con la cámara.
Up high.
Did you check to see if there was any car coming?
Down low.
Mia, did you check to see if there was any
Down
car
low.
coming?
This is a street.
Too low.
Ven acá, ven acá, ven acá. Mira. Cuidado, viene un carro.
Too down low. Down low.
Scotland is in the gold part.
Yay!
The doorway that had the chicken blood round it, it's that one and that one. And the guest house, Queen's guest house, that one there for the Covenanters Hotel. Now, Covenanter was a sheep builder. They used to drove all the sheep there. It's called Covenanter. You change it back to the wood. So in the show, the two pillars in the door there, you actually go. Painted gold on the bit, straight away, put the black on it.
Wow.
No, because over there it's on the right now.
Frank has been up with the minister, he's searched his family history. Claire's went back to the hotel. She's that room up there in the corner. She's went back. The weather's been riotous. It's raining and it's really miserable weather. Frank comes out of that alley, comes across this way, where he sees a Highlander standing in the corner, looking up at the window.
Oh yeah.
And we don't know who that is. It could be Jamie, maybe it's not, maybe it is, we don't know. The guest house was the part where Claire was at the window. And it was that window in the corner, and Jamie was stood right there with his hand resting on the bit that sticks out. Frank came across. The shop over there is the shop that Claire walks past and sees the two vases. The two vases that were in that shop currently in the antique shop where they were borrowed from for the set. So these were all part of Outlander.
Lovely.
Yeah. So the village was shut down. Paid to use that one, and that one was more season 2, and then that was just a kind of fashion shop.
How does it cover the street? With just dirt?
Just dirt. Yeah. But this was 1940s, so this was the 1940s end of Inverness. One of the tours, they were over there, and the boss that owns the company came over there and he was explaining that to them. And there was one of the people on the tour, she was a New Zealand woman, she was a school teacher. And she'd been playing the violin for years, and gave it up to go into school teacher. And seen that they bought and sold violins. So she went in, and she came back with a £2,000 Stradivarius that she found in there. She thought, oh, what? So she was telling everybody about this. She booked 2 weeks ago to come back and do it again. But the boyfriend that she was with at the time was now her husband. He plays the piano. So of course the boss was like, you might get a violin, but I don't think you get a piano.
Because there'll be the bowls in the antique shop.
Right.
Stuck with a lot of broken antiques.
Just before the Battle of Culloden, Claire comes back to Inverness to get medical supplies. And she comes down this street, having been in the building at the top where Mary and her fiance are now living. The fiance having been struck down with cholera, something anyway. He's up there on like deathbed, and Black Jack takes the huff and comes out and goes in that door, which is supposed to be a bar. And Murtagh is standing right there, asking Claire if she's mental and wanting to go in. What's any souvenirs? Outlander stuff. The best place to get them. That will be 10-15 minutes.
We can go in
Still have a look. Yeah.
Yeah, Mom, can we get?
You stand next to me.
Increíble, ¿eh?
Oh my God! Fine, let's go throw it around. 18. Let's go. Right. Oh, come on, Mr. Clumsy. Let's go. Give me some.
Pass. No, pass it to me.
Oh, baby.
Manny! Say hi.
Se va a ensuciar todo, aguanta.
These would have been part of the estate for the palace. So that would have been estate managers and
Ay, they don't want you to put on your jacket. We're taking a picture.
Oh, I can't even realize.
Ow.
And I don't think there'd be too many people that'd be unhappy if we stayed on the internet.
Somebody's flag.
Is there a pond here? Yeah, there's a river.
AJ.
There's a river. River.
Come here, AJ. Shoulder, no shoulder. Picture page.
Mia, right here next to
Mia, okay, pay attention. You're not going up. Hey, the nun going up. The nun.
Long Beach. Come on.
Yeah, oye, espera.
Picture, Long Beach.
If you have long hair, move it out of the way.
You is squatty.
The second way, that gate would have been probably about that thick. And then behind that gate there's a big metal gate that comes down for just up there under that window. And it comes all the way down, bang, portcullis they call it. So now you've got to get past the slippy bit, then through the door, then through the gate, then up the other bit that's just as steep as this and just as slippy. And you've got to get past all the murder holes that we've seen this morning. People firing arrows at you, stabbing you with swords. So trying to get into a castle through the front door is a really, really hard job. So the best bet is put a cannon or something over there, try and break the wall. And if you can break the wall, you get in through the hole. And that's the easiest way to get it. Mackenzie, the one with the dodgy legs. Call him Mackenzie.
I need an audio.
We've got Jamie on the back of, well, Claire on the back or the front of Jamie's horse. They've coming up and they've come in through that gate and they've come into the courtyard. And in the courtyard you've got stables, you've got chickens, you've got dirt, you've got straw all over the place. And when they filmed it in here, they put 50 tons of sand and straw down on the grass and totally ruined it. So it's only just coming back now. So every time they film, they put mats down, and even the horse manure is fake. It's all plaster of Paris. Even the cobbles that they had coming up had to be plastic so that the horses could grip on them. And they came in, and then obviously there was the stables, the chickens and everything else. And we're going to go into the kitchen. So the one they used in the studio is just a bigger version of the one that's up there. So it's authentic,
But they can shoot around.
but it's just a bit bigger. Other rooms that were going to be attached, the whole thing was going to come across. What they ran out of money or time or whatever. Just
Unobserved by any attacker. Mike.
Family picture.
Mía también.
With Adidas. Okay, you guys all need to take like 3 steps this way.
Okay, we gotta go to the left.
Mia, would you like your purse?
more.
Come on, a little closer, get your purse.
What? No, I don't want a purse.
Okay.
¿Eso hay que pagar?
Next.
Separate a little bit so we see
More. Should have rolled them trouser legs up.
Hold on.
I know, he wanted to take off his pants.
Yeah,
but
spread
then
your skirt out. Let me roll up his pants.
Adrian.
Wait. We didn't have these glasses then.
Henry, you look very distinguished.
Hey, you saw that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, now how about the Jamie and picture?
Damien.
For you.
You gotta look at me though, Mom.
Oh.
Okay, there's no lighting, so it needs to be turned. You're not holding your hand yet. You're like all the way over there. Don't get jealous now.
Ok, bueno, le das un beso a mi hermana y dice que Bob, aquí está Eibel con Manny haciendo de foto a Eibel. Bye.
Okay, who else?
15 feet.
Was it?
Between 14 to 15 feet. 14.9 today. It's up 14 feet, that height.
Oh, wow.
That's how come the boat really can't come in.
Right, so this is the village of Kuras. And this is where we see the Market Cross. Further up. We'll walk up. As we walk up, we see the discs in the wall. That says that these are owned by the National Trust. They look after them. So people have got to be really careful when they look at the top. Look at that, the inside and the outside.
Mira, AJ, que
You guys find us a fork?
You see the little boy nailed to the cross, left. And Gailus Duncan's house. That one there behind you.
Oh, I want to take a picture.
Oh yeah.
Can I take a
Now when they done the filming, there was a big screen put up. All these buildings were all painted grey, because they never had white paint back then. So they were all painted grey. There was a big screen went from that drain pipe all the way back up. When they were filming this bit, just to keep everybody inside. To start with that one there, used to be a minister. He lived in there. Now, what the minister decided was, he was going to build that one. And that was a house. What was like surrounding it. And then when they left, they just said, well, can we keep it? That was it. And
So people live here?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's people live here. Historic buildings, they're not allowed to change any of the inside or the outside. So they've just got thatched roofs. So some of them you'll see like a little hole. That one's been bricked up now. It was a little hole.
C-U-L-R-O-S-S.
Ah!
Not nice.
Oh my God. Where are the people here?
LJ, do not run.
They're sleeping.
Can you be real quiet when you come past this door? You don't want to upset the hobbit. Go.
¿Qué dónde vamos por aquí ahora?
Where are the hobbit?
What's a hobbit?
That's from the movie Lord of the Rings. Take a look, beware the hobbit.
You've never seen the Lord of the Rings?
I am freezing.
And then there's one for the hobbit.
Ya me quedo bien frío.
And go to the main town.
No, they don't keep going.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Oh my God, hay que bajar por aquí. No me digas.
¿Son escalones?
Ay, espero que no. Espero que no. Ay, que lo más rico. No los huelen. Ay, qué fruta.
Take in the smells, enjoy the smells, and then sip it.
All right, let's do.
Andy, have you ever tried whiskey?
Ven para acá, un toast. La tostada.
Is this your first time?
Come on, Mari.
Come on close. You gotta smell it,
I
sniff it.
don't like it.
I do that all the time. Smell it, sniff it, bring it all back.
So I needed it. Warming up.
Ready?
Come on, everybody, come on in. Hey, come on in. One. Wait, come on in.
Oh, what am I supposed to say?
1, 2,
No, not yet. Hold on.
then Slanjava. Alright?
Slanjava.
1,
Get close, guys. Get close. Come on.
2,
Come on.
Hold on, we're waiting for Manny.
Manny,
don't spill it.
Manny doesn't have one.
Look at that, Manny.
Oh, get him one.
There you go. You just wanted another one.
I'm first thing.
Manny, yeah? Handy money.
Come on.
That was a Celtic.
I what?
You're supposed to sip it.
It's a Celtic. 1, 2, 3. Slanjava! enjoyed that, didn't you?
I love this.
Oh, it's a rico.
I don't like it. Oh, it tastes like medicine.
Tastes like medicine.
You got Alwyn, so.
Everything in Scotland tastes like medicine.
Yeah.
Especially this.
Mari, it's a crab apple.
It's a crab apple.
Repercussions are.
Did you like it?
Did you try it?
Yeah.
Not the real one?
That's Kuris Palace is the yellow one. Where and Gillis Duncan picked all the herbs.
People own this? The neighbors?
Well, the gardens? No, it belongs to the palace.
I'll take it.
Wait, does that put hair in my head?
I think that's generally...
It burns. No! I tried it. I tried it with my dad. Does it burn?
I didn't get you at the right moment.
Does it burn?
Beautiful. Oh, I
You know the Outlanders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that little wonder stuff.
It's really beautiful. Get down!
Get it.
Get down!
Manny, can I get on you? Manny, can I get on you? Manny, can I get on you?
AJ, wait.
AJ, this is you.
AJ. Yeah, because what? AJ,
Manny, can I get on you?
No, I didn't tie them that tight.
What is wrong?
Venga, AJ, come on. AJ, don't do that.
Notice, AJ?
Oh, that you're not.
Manny, tie him tighter.
That you're not. Okay, let me help you out. Let me get on you. Thanks for bending down. Oh, you said chicken?
We all met. Yeah, we all met together.
We
first met.
Pero tú no sabes, yo estuve sentada al lado de él, like almost a
No,
whole
but I saw her rear end when she walked up.
And then when I when I went to do a report, I had to stand in class. Eso fue cuando he noticed.
Cuando te levantaste. Este tipo, oye, ahora que tú eres un milagro.
Y después me lo dice.
Tú eres un milagro, bro.
¿Verdad?
Ah, yo no me di cuenta del fondo. Tú eres un culo looper, bro.
Nunca, you never Israel, tu marido es un mentiroso, nunca lo conocí por mentiroso.
He noticed your
Pues, ¿y sabes qué?
Oye, María, ya me tiene el pelo.
Right, we're ready.
Ay.
Babe, call your children.
qué lindo.
¿Cómo se llama la muchacha esa que se conocieron? ¿Cómo fue la cosa? Tú estabas en Jayavía.
Tommy was preparing for that rainy day. Preston, that's a street. No, yo no quiero que se le caiga.
500 euros.
I know what a haggis looks like.
That's about as close as you'll get to our actual haggis.
I know what a haggis looks like.
You win the prize.
Yeah. No, I know what a haggis looks like.
Too late.
It's red and it has red eyes.
Too late.
What is it? That looks like a kangaroo.
That's a haggis.
It looks like a dog.
You must have seen one.
No. He never saw one. I saw one and I told him. What did I get?
Nothing. What'd you get? You get to walk back. They're called the Kelpies. A Kelpie is a mythical creature that it's a shape changer. They flock to